Okay, folks, welcome back to another fantastic edition of Opali Presents Know Your Pros. And today's guest is Lashelle Stallings, and she is an independent realtor and consultant with 10 years of experience here in Southern California. She is not your average realtor, though. She is an entrepreneur. She is a problem solver and is gifted at spotting business opportunities, helping folks elevate their mindset and their lifestyle. Lashelle, thank you so much for being a guest here today on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Henry. I'm happy to be here.
Lashelle, I am thrilled to have you as a guest, just because when I first met you at a little mixer that we both bumped into each other at, you struck me as a doer, a dynamic business owner, of course, but somebody who takes the initiative to create where there maybe is not much going on. I mean, you started your own BNI chapter, which is really impressive. You know, you saw that there was a realtor already in the space and you were like, forget about it. I'm making my own thing. And it seems like that initiative translates into what you offer your clients each and every day. I'm here to talk to you about your why, though. We'll get into the why somebody should call Lashelle in a minute, but I want to understand the story of why you decided to become a realtor in the first place. What was that like flashpoint moment for you?
Well, I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, and growing up, starting out, being a teenager, I always ended up in like sales roles. And I learned very quickly in my adulthood that sales roles come with a lot of pressure. And even though that I've always been good at it, I didn't want to have the pressure of someone else mandating on me how many sales I need to have and giving me a particular level that I could max out at, and basically, saying how quickly or fast I could move up and get promoted and things like that. So I decided that if I was going to do sales, I was going to do it my own way on my own terms so that I can create something special and unique for people where they wouldn't just experience a salesperson trying to push something on them, but they would have an organic experience that's truly in their best interest.
Well, so you said a really important word, the experience. You're trying to deliver an organic experience to your customer and not just, a sale or a purchase of a home. The experience there is really what people are yearning for. I mean, you look at you or I, we're both millennials. What do we look for? We look for experiences, not necessarily products or things like that. We want to deal with somebody that we trust, somebody who we know is going to tailor that right moment or home in your case to them. It's not about closing that sale, it's about getting them in the right spot. uh,
Exactly, a
yeah.
100%.
So with that industry that you're in here, I mean, like, why then, go into not just the real estate side, but why go into that, consultant world, that investor world too? I know that you offer like a lot of tools in your toolbox at your business.
Well, it's actually just not about investors. I'm a consultant because I educate. I see my role as not a salesperson, it's not to close the deal or get the keys in your hand or a check in your hand if you're selling the home. That's a huge part of it. But my goal and my role is to educate my clients so that they can make the best decision for themselves. So that's providing them with the tools and the information that they need to make an informed decision. So I consult all of my clients, and I think that's really what makes me stand out and is unique about me is that you're not going to get someone who's just like, oh, this is the house, you should buy this house for you. You're going to get that why because I know and understand your why of why you want to sell your home or why you're looking to purchase it.
This is perfect. This show is all about whys, and I think that that's what appeals to most folks. When you're out there looking, it's not really about the what; it is about the why. Whether it's you're reaching a point in your life where you are, maxing out, and you're trying to reach that next level or get into that next home.
Or
That is,
you want to retire and
yeah.
go live your best life in a place that's a lot less expensive than Southern California and live comfortably and be close to your family and your kids. Or you just got married and you're looking to purchase your first home. In December of 2022, which was just last year, CNBC reported that 23% of Americans still think that real estate is the best way to build generational wealth.
I mean, it absolutely is. I mean, it's one of the biggest investments you'll ever make, and it's one of the, investments that most cases, does in fact appreciate in terms of value. And that's massive. And, the American dream is still alive and well with, all the, first-time home buyers and folks who are looking to make a change too. And I mean, I do want to get into the why should somebody call Lashelle over anybody else. But I want to kind of dive a little deeper into what we were just talking about there. People don't, at least in Southern California, often have the mindset that it's appropriate for them to leave or check out another space where there is a more affordable home or a better lifestyle that they can get out of checking out a space that is beyond our state borders. That's a portion of what you're experienced at, right? Like looking for folks out of state, getting folks into a space that is again tailored to them, right?
Mm-hmm. 100%. I think we saw more people during COVID once restrictions were lifted and people started working more from home. And I say restrictions were lifted because in the beginning, we were not realtors. We as realtors were not considered essential workers, which is crazy. Like we deal with people moving all the time. So that's where we really saw people saying, oh, okay, like I can take my California salary and move to Texas, sell this house that's, 2,500 square feet and buy an acre,
Hmm.
right? And as you've observed with my brand, it's all about lifestyle. So for me, having the quality of life that I want is far more important than the quantity of things that I can get, if that makes sense. So when my client comes to me, if they are buying a home for the first time, I'm explaining to them the power of real estate. I have clients who've owned homes for just 2 years and made 6 figures in equity, you know, and they were able to roll that into either their next home or pay off debt or move out of state, whatever the case may be. But 2 years is a very short amount of time to make over $100,000, right?
Yeah.
How else can you do that, without having to become a pro in something like the stock market?
I'd take that all day long. That's
It's life changing.
yeah, yeah. It really is. And I mean, I do want to talk, not just about like your ability to you know, cater the perfect solution or the perfect experience to your customers, but we talked about your brand and like what we see when we check you out online and how easily approachable you are, and how well curated you are. I do want to check in on why folks beyond just the experience are going to get a great moment with Lashelle, like why you are the realtor of choice here in Southern California, in your own words here.
I am not going to be cliche and say that I'm the best choice for everyone because that is not the case. I'm the best choice for a person depending on what they are looking for in a realtor. So I'm making a statement because that's something that I want consumers to think about, that I want clients or potential clients to think about is what do you want in a realtor? Are you looking for someone who is going to be transparent with you? Are you looking for someone who has active listening skills so they know what you want? Are you looking for someone that's going to get back to you within a timely manner, that's going to communicate effectively? Are you looking for someone who is going to have a strategy for you? Because you are not cookie cutter. Each person's situation is extremely different in real estate. You cannot talk to your mom, your dad, your sister, cousin, anybody else and ask them for advice regarding your situation because no matter what, your situation is going to be different from them. Your finances are going to be different from theirs. Your credit is going to be different from theirs. So if you are looking for any of those things, that is what I am good at. and I'm good at taking care of my fiduciary responsibility, putting my clients' needs first and keeping my clients out of court as well. So those are the reasons I would say someone should call me.
Oh, that was a tailor-made response. That was fantastic. I mean, that's what I tell my clients too. Hey, look, it's not about whether I think I'm a fit for you. It's about whether you think you're a fit for me. And I want you to come in here with an open mind, with the idea that we are not all the same. We've all got different needs and have different experiences. And if you're looking for somebody who can tailor make that fit to you, you are the person here, Lashelle. That's fantastic. I want, before we wrap up here, for you to let folks know how they can get in touch with you, what the best way to, reach Lashelle Stallings is out there in the world.
The best way is going to be text or phone call always. So you can reach me at my phone number, 805-908-2280. Scammers, please stop calling me. That is not for you. You can also reach me on social media via Facebook, Lashelle Stallings, or my Instagram, also Lashelle Stallings. So those are the primary and best ways to get a hold of me.
Beautiful. And folks, make sure you check her out online. Google Lashelle Stallings in case you're unsure. And if anything else, check out all of the links below in the description. All of her stuff is going to be right there. So go out, interact with Lashelle, get to know her, follow her. I know I do, and engage with one of the best realtors and consultants that I've had the pleasure of speaking with here on this show. So Lashelle, that is all of the time that we've got here today. But again, I do want to thank you for coming by and being a guest on Know Your Pros.
Thank you. And thank you so much for having me, Henry. This was very fun. I hope we can do more together and talk about other interesting topics or just dive more into real estate. I think it would be really cool.
Part two coming up soon, Lashelle. Thanks again.
Thanks. Enjoy your day.